Hello and welcome to Mr. Challenger. As always, I'm Mr. Challenger and I'm here for today to talk about Mr. Challenger, um, Mr. Challenger support. This is a video to me that's really been important to me in a lot of time as well. What I should start about is why I'm doing this video. So as many people know that it's been quite difficult for me in the past few years, and of course at Christmas time as well. It's really difficult for people to basically go through the holidays as I've seen it through. So that's the problem. The thing I have at the moment. Wait a minute, let's turn this down. The thing I have at the moment is that it's really difficult for people who are suffering from depression and anxiety around the Christmas season. You you may know yourself, you may have it yourself, you may be watching this video, and you every symptom I'm going to say during this video will probably be um, like mentioned in what you've ever had it or you have had it or you've got it now. So the thing is, what I don't like as well is that there's people out there that are not really being acknowledged, or this problem hasn't really been acknowledged. Sort of around the Christmas period as well. It happens. That's the underlying fact that yeah, it does happen, and it's happening now. So how how are you meant to control, or how are you meant to manage it? Let's say that we won't say control. How would you meant to manage something like this? What I've noticed, and I'm going through it pretty much right now. You can't see it, but it's there. I've acknowledged it. Make sure first of all that you acknowledge it. So that's the thing you must do first is purely acknowledge what's going on. And of course, if people have no family, there's always other ways that people can help out. The main signs are, if you're a person who wants to help somebody this Christmas or and New Year, and she may not recognize the signs, we what people show. The signs really of what people show, and they don't show them often. They will sort of hint at if they're sort of crying out for help. Is that people start to not talk. They'll feel a bit like alone in a crowded room, and they'll keep to themselves, and they won't laugh as much. They won't really be happy. And you got loads of other different ones. For example, if you're sitting in a room and there's a group of people, and then there's just the one person where you're having a celebration or whatever you're doing, and there's one person which isn't really having fun. You never know, it could be an old person, it could be a young person, it could be a child, it could be anybody really who you have. And the best way for you as a person to do this is basically go over and basically acknowledge it as well. Basically, try. You could always observe it for a few minutes at a distance, see what happens, and yeah, do it that way. So the thing is, as well, is that you have to know what to say, and you can jump in there saying hi, how are you, it's something up, and of course the immediate reaction for everyone is going to be, oh yeah, I'm fine, I'm great, and put a little bit of smile on, and then as soon as you turn your head away, it goes back to usual self. So the best thing to do is to distract the person um, from what they're thinking. If someone's been, it's ordinary that you get drunk and all that, and but there's always like a few people that don't, and there's always some people that are really like quiet and all stuff. So the best thing to do is not to tell them directly about it. Always go in an indirect approach. Stuff like you, oh, how are you enjoying the party? Oh, this is a nice day today, and what have you done today, and all that. And they they'll either do one word answers, going yeah, fine, nothing, and the conversation can sort of like flatline. So, so the best way to keep doing it is interact with them, but not actually talk about them to them. Talk about them in the present, if you know what I mean. So you just say, are you enjoying the day? Um, so what are you gonna do when you go home? What's plans for Christmas and all that? And of course, just random talk about and make them laugh. If you if you're in that sort of person, anyone can make anyone laugh. That's the um, that's the thing. But it's how to make somebody who's feeling really bad about themselves at certain points. It could be over Christmas because they've got no family, or they're an old person and their family's gone and all that. So the best way for it really is if you engage in conversation, but it doesn't involve their life, because the last thing they want to do is relive their life and tell somebody else, and they don't want that. I know I wouldn't want it. And if someone just come up to me and say, "Oh, I was doing," and all that, you don't really want to discuss your private life with anyone, really, other than like your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, everything like that. So, but for old people as well, it's kind of difficult, really, as well. So you just basically keep um their spirits high. You know what I mean? So basically, this video is about acknowledging it, acknowledging there is a problem. You may have this problem. You may be isolated. You may keep quiet. You may like not really go like be in part of the group. If you can, let's say, if you go out, if you play football, if you go ice skating, if you go anywhere, you pretty much want to, and but you don't feel like involved in a way. So it's always good as well. If of course if you're younger as well, if someone's not really having a fun time, it's sort of gonna wreck their time out, and it's basically gonna go. I don't really want to do this again, and this you can make they can make every single thing basically, every excuse in the book to stop going out again. They said they didn't really enjoy the night, and I didn't really have fun. I didn't really like it there and all that. But it's the best to just like quite normally talk, um, not really acknowledge there is a problem, but just take mind off it, take focus away from it as well. So, and of course, if you are a person with these issues as well, there is a few things you can do. If you're a person, if you're a young person, or if you're an old person, if you're any sort of person really, you can basically like to basically to get out of what you want to do is you can talk to a friend, or you can go and visit a family member. Of course, if people are alone at Christmas, as well. It's sort of a good idea if you, let's say, if your family member, or close friend who's by themselves, it's always good to say, do you want to come round for Christmas, or do you want to come round for a cup of tea, or come round for anything you want, pretty much, to basically make this person's like life meaningful. Which that's what the idea is. The idea is to get this person on the positive line of sight and do everything which you do and just sort of project it like out and into this other person. Of course, the worst thing you could possibly do is rub it in. That's the worst thing you could do, is literally rub it in their faces and say, I've got this, I've got that, I've got everything like that, and they don't want that. For instance, let's say you have a person who has a relationship and they're saying, oh, they're my girlfriends, this and that, and X, Y, Z, and ABC and all that. And then you well know that this other person has no one. So there's a form of gloating there, but of course that's the problem as well, is that you don't know what the other person's thinking. So you have to meaningful that as well. You may have a good life. You may have you may have a relationship. You may have a wife, or whatever. But this other person might not. And if this person doesn't, um, then I wouldn't play on that sort of thing. And if this person does have a relationship and they're struggling for their relationship, I wouldn't really recommend that as well, because of course that can put strain on anything, which can be worse. And of course, it doesn't go well for you as well. You're meant to be helping this situation pass by. So they really, and of course, anxiety and all that. Anxiety, depression, anxiety, low mood, and self harm as well. This comes into play at Christmas a lot. The thing is, as well, is that it's so common that it's more common than going to the pub every night. You hear about people like getting angry or fighting or whatever, at the pub, or and you don't really see that there's millions of people, millions and millions of people all around the world, and there's not just here. I'm in the UK, of course, and they're not just here. They're all around the world. They could be any continent, any world, any third world countries. See, we have to take it as a privilege as well that we we in the Western world live in a sort of like a civilized society in what really it is. So the problem, so when you see on the news and all that, all the bad images and all that, you have to think though that you could think to yourself, you could give yourself some self-talk in a way. If you are like saying you have no money but you're at home and all that, you could say, well, at least I have a home, at least I have family, at least I have all these support networks which I can help, because the British government are quite good at supporting people. Of course, we have the NHS as well. Of course, we have psychologists which are on the NHS. Um, and of course, if you can live close to family or whatever, then yeah, you can phone your family up. Of course, there's loads of different ways now to contact people for free. You have WhatsApp, you have instant messaging devices, you have Facebook. You can now phone up on both of them. So there's lots of different ways you can talk to family and friends, really, and sort of keep in contact. And when you ever feel low mood, then you can sort of do that, but you also give yourself self-talk, just saying it's the holidays, it's quite a bad time for me, and try and get over it. Well, try and not get over it, just try and manage it in a situation where you'll be able to manage it. don't overmanage it as well. So there's a few signs there really. For people, there's a few tips here as well, and as well for people who are suffering from this, um, or who are like people who want to help people as well. So of course, there's loads of different ways. If you are currently new to it as well, this sort of might help you as well. Is that there's a lot of people in the same shoes as you. Of course, it is an illness. They, yeah, you are diagnosed with it, and you can have help. But what I'd recommend for people, if they do need help and if they've been offered help, I would I wouldn't refuse the help that they give you straight away. You may want to, but I wouldn't do it straight away. So, the reason being is that you might need this help later on in your time. Things might go bad, someone, a family member, or an event that might badly happen, and that could inflict your life in such a way as well. So, so of course, you can always resort back to childhood as well. Of course, if you ever fit in a bad moment or you ever like in a situation which you can't really control as well, then you can always take yourself out of the equation but stay in the situation. That sounds a bit strange, but yeah, it sort of works. You can be there, but you won't be there, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see if that really works as well. Of course, the another form of it is daydreaming. Of course, everyone daydreams at time to time, don't they? When you're on the bus or going like a super boring place as well. So of course, as the this is Mr. Challenge UK support. This is just for the holidays as well. I just want to really acknowledge really that it does happen. This is real. We're in real time. You don't see it on the news. You don't really see it anywhere. Um, so people sort of forget it that it's not happening, but it is happening. So that's the thing as well. Is that yeah? So the basic signs are for a person who wants to help somebody who thinks somebody is sort of suffering as well. Is that you may talk to you may have an international friend. You may well, because of course you won't be seeing these people face to face if you do or whatever. You may not, you may do. So the thing is as well is that messaging. Let's start with messaging first. Messaging is a thing that which you can hide behind, sort of with a mask on as well. So the problem is with messaging is that you can't show your true emotions, but in a way you can show your true emotions in a message with emojis or I'll put smiley faces on stuff like that. Now, how you respond to a message, like a person puts, "Hey, how are you?" They seem to be in a cheerful mood, or they go, "Hi, what's up?" or stuff variations of that, depending on the mood. You can really sort of sense where how positive this person is in his time. But if you're actually talking to a person and you sort of suspect it, don't just say it. Sort of like build up on it, sort of thing as well. And if the conversations, if you go dip into the personal life and the conversation starts to stretch out a bit and slows down, then you know there's obviously an issue there. Um, so what you do is you go with a question of your choice. Could be big or whatever. Then they might not answer it. They might do, and then you just I wouldn't badger the person. so that's not a really good idea. What you can do is you can do one and then go to a different one. Let's say you skip from that, say, oh, did you watch the football match the other night, or so you watch TV on the other night, and what's on TV tonight? So you completely change the conversation, and it sort of works. It sort of diffuses the situation in itself. Yeah, so that's really the science, and basically it's to keep positive, and of course yourself to keep yourself safe if you are a person who suffers from self-harm. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of key factors involved in that. Like I said, I know about a lot of this because it's been my past. So, and it's just nice to help somebody out there who's gonna watch it as well. Um, I know this is quite a lengthy video, and but when you're suffering from that, you have to stop yourself. So you basically stop yourself in the tracks and saying to yourself, one, what am I doing? Two, do I want this? And number three, who can I turn to? If you think about them three questions in any situation, if you it can be in anything, and then as soon as you get to the last question, you forget why you're doing something or why you're thinking this certain thought as well. Because these are questions that you can only answer, and of course nobody else will ask, so you can ask them yourself as well, which is quite good really in its own way. So see, that's the thing as well, is that you ask yourself these questions over the holidays. I know the holidays is quite tough for some people out there, and you ask these questions and you'll start to feel a bit more relaxed as well. Of course, it is a natural thing to get upset. It's human nature and all that. So, hopefully this video has helped you a bit. I was hoping to fit a bit more in, but I didn't realise the video was a bit this long as well. So I've made a short video which basically underlines the key factors of basically what I'm basically talking about here as well. So it is quite tough for some people, and they do keep it quiet, and it is happening. If you're a person watching this, you may go through it. You may know that someone's going through it, or you may have gone through it over time as well. So yeah, it's just something to be key and watch your eye out for this holidays really, because of course holidays are, like I said, quite tough for people, and the new year brings in a lot of bad and negative stuff as well. So yeah, so hopefully this video has helped you, and of course as always, I of course as always I'll see you in another video. Well, not this one, it'll be a normal video. Hopefully you can have a bit of joy out of watching my funny videos as well. They're made for you and they're designed for you. Not designed for me, they're designed for the people at home as well. So yeah, hopefully things go well for this Christmas period. And of course, yeah, see, yeah, just basically just keep going, keep moving, and before you know it, those Christmases will be over, and blink your eyes and there we go, you're in summer again as well. So yeah, so hopefully this video has helped you a bit. And of course, as always, yeah, I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully as well this video has helped you to get through it, if you know what I mean, as well. So okay, so this is the next part of the video hopefully you enjoy it, and of course I'll see you again.